Outrage's truck study and air monitoring follow-up study and a solid waste management plan. Mr. Ray Kairis.
Can you hear me? Okay. Hello, I'd like to apologize for the Chairman Ray Kairis who couldn't make it here tonight. To start off, Outrage is a coalition of over 40 smaller community groups that came together to address the issue of garbage processing and truck traffic affecting Community Board 1. Shortly after the closing of the Fresh Kills landfill, Williamsburg and Greenpoint saw a rapid increase of garbage processing and its impacts. In 2006, Williamsburg, Greenpoint, Outrage, the organizations united for trash reduction and garbage equity, along with its allies from the citywide OWN coalition, played a leading role in the city's passage of the new, more environmentally just 20-year solid waste management plan, or known as the SWAMP. This plan will move towards reducing the amount and impact of solid waste processing in Williamsburg and Greenpoint, which currently processes more than 40% of the city's garbage, and move closer to each borough handling its own garbage. Outrage is committed to reducing the amount of trash Williamsburg and Greenpoint process and eliminate detrimental impacts. The following is the truck and air particle study that Outrage members conducted in 2009-2010. Before Outrage member Dave DuBois is going to do the first part of the presentation, but I'd like to welcome any block associations and other such groups to join Outrage in its fight for equity. And you'll see people passing around dates for meetings and what have you.
Good evening. The Outrage 2009-2010 Community Truck and Air Particle Survey was created as a follow-up study to a truck study performed in 2004, before the Solid Waste Management Plan, referred to as SWAMP, was passed by the city. The initial study in 2004 was performed in order to show the kind of burden our community faced with truck traffic, specifically trash trucks to the collection sites in our neighborhood. Since then, the city has begun to work towards implementing the SWAMP, and the 2009-2010 study was created in order to verify if any changes from 2004 had occurred. What indicators were we looking for? As just stated, this study was conducted mainly to investigate if there have been any fluctuations in the amount of traffic since 2004, and if there are any correlations between the number of air particles emitted by the truck traffic. We now have the technology to actually measure the air particles emitted. We wanted to use this information mainly for the following reasons. Number one, to continue to pressure the city to implement the SWAMP. And number two, engage our community members and elected officials on the importance of this issue. We first established our scientific procedure. Our study began with a planning stage where Outrage members came together to decide which locations to survey, design the actual survey sheet, and decide which times would be the best to conduct the study. Then, members decided the times to be surveyed on 2 different days during the morning and evening rush hours, times with the highest concentration of traffic in our community. Afterwards, volunteers were trained on how to fill out the survey sheets prior to survey dates. Finally, we established some crucial information to be gathered during the survey. Number one, the type of truck, whether it was long haul, short haul, local collection, or other type of truck. Number two, some essential problems the trucks would be exhibiting. For example, black smoke from exhaust or emissions, leaking fluids, black tarp securing the garbage on top, or exposed garbage, or finally, overflowing garbage onto the street. Here is a sample of the blank survey that was created. These are the
Could you please sum up,
locations
please?
that were selected to be surveyed for truck counts. Our results. These are the numbers of truck counts for 2009 versus 2004 during the morning rush hour times. The light color is 2009 and the maroon 2004. From this graph, we can see that many sites have increased in the number of trucks that pass through the intersections during the morning rush hours. There have been 2 sites where numbers have decreased in the morning, specifically at Grand Street and Vandervoort. This intersection has seen a significant decrease in the number of trucks during rush hour times. Enforcement in some locations like Grand Street perhaps displaced traffic to other sites. There are the numbers of truck counts for 2009 versus 2004 during the evening rush hour times. Again, the light color is 2009 and the numbers in the maroon 04. From this graph, we can see that many locations' numbers have remained the same or slightly increased in the evening. For 2 intersections, Meeker and Vandervoort and Grand Street and Vandervoort, we see significant decreases in the number of trucks passing during the rush hours. Okay, likely due to the morning increases. Now, Laura was supposed to finish up with the air particle discussion. I don't know if that's going to be possible.
We have a 5-minute allotment. Are there any questions on the presentation at this time from the members? Yes, Karen.
Just what were the results for the air particles?
Okay, what were the results for the air particles?
Laura.
Which graph do you have up? Okay, basically the study that was done in the morning hours showed that excuse me. Number 10. Okay, here we can see during a particle count there was a spike during intervals 3 and 4. This measurement was recorded while a truck with very black smoke accelerated, with other measurements were taken while trucks were either in motion or idling. Basically, the morning studies showed that there was an increase in traffic, in truck traffic, and the afternoon study there was actually a decrease. But overall, there was a net increase in the truck traffic. And the particulates were significantly high, particularly when idling and acceleration. So that's the gist. I mean, we're not DDC, so we're on the clock.
Thank you. Ryan, you still have a question on the item?
Well, I think it's an important issue, so I want to know what they want from us, because I think that there's something that they're here to ask us for something.
Yes, absolutely. We urge the community to really get involved, because we really need to hold the city accountable for the solid waste management plan. They have to do the implementing and make the reductions in truck traffic and particulate matter that we're breathing. I mean, the community's getting gentrified and new people are coming in, the others are moving out. The asthma rates and stuff are really fuzzy. They're unclear, So unless people want to be future patients, and be carrying an inhaler like many of us are, I mean, we really need to get on top of this issue. So Outrage is asking everybody to help out from the community board. Yes, there's meeting, there's flyers going around. Get involved, come to the meetings, see what you could do to help out. We welcome any and all organizations and individuals.
Thank you. Karen, you still...
Yeah, and I'll make it quick. I just wanted to mention that, going back over almost 2 years ago, the community board did send a letter to Department of Sanitation, to Bloomberg, and we still did not get a response from him. regarding the impact study. So, we should definitely follow up, and I would, you know, another time or maybe at a transportation meeting, new business, would like to suggest support for this.
Okay, thank you very much.
By the way, a task force would be nice to address this issue.
Right. Thank you very much. Now we'd like to